Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man killed in Grand Spend drive-by shooting identified. The man killed in a shooting incident in the Grand Spend community in St. Andrew has been identified as 42-year-old Fabian Smith. Sections of Fagan Avenue in Grand Spend were cordoned off by the police following Monday morning's incident. According to reports, the now deceased was walking to a shop in the community when he was pounced upon by a gunman traveling in a blue Honda motor car who opened fire, hitting him. Reporters understand that Smith, who is originally from Patrick Gardens, was shot several times in the face. He was assisted to hospital by residents where he was pronounced dead. Kingston Central Police renew appeal for help in identifying body. The Kingston Central Police are continuing their appeal for the public's assistance in identifying the body of a man who was shot to death by unknown assailants on Vincent Street in Almantown, Kingston on Sunday, February 27. According to the police, the deceased is of brown complexion, slim-built, about 5 feet 8 inches long, and has unkempt hair. Reports are that about 11:20 a.m., residents heard explosions and summoned the police. On arrival of the lawmen, the deceased was seen lying on his back in a gully in the community. He was pronounced dead at hospital. Anyone who can assist with the identification is being asked to contact the Kingston Central Police at 876-922-5076, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Bridge over troubled man. Andrew Dales admits that his drinking, gambling, and smoking problems cost him his job, followed by homelessness in December last year. Now, the 31-year-old is living in a cramped space near the bridge at Washington Boulevard and Red Hills Road, St. Andrew. But he is determined to correct his mistakes, get a skill, and turn his life around, he says with optimism. Andrew, who is from Erie Castle, St. Thomas, told reporters last Friday that a friend got him a job opportunity for gardening in Kingston in 2019, and he rented a one-room dwelling to cut traveling costs. Me used to work, and I'll have a room where me did rent with my girlfriend too. Me used to come down a morning time from St. Thomas and go up back in the evening, and it did cost me too much, he explained. Andrew said he earned $3,000 daily from his 3-day job, which would be used to pay his rent, buy food, satisfy his additions, and treat his girlfriend. Noting that his boss was a frequent traveler, he said before he left the island on December 18 last year, he gave him $30,000 to purchase clothes and other necessities. But Andrew confessed that he gave in to his addictions and his life took an ugly turn. Me turn and gamble it out. Me did a try me luck to see if me could have win something, and me end up lose everything. And me call him and tell him everything, and him cuss me feet and say, "No care how me tell you fi stop, you no hear," he added, adding that he lost his job. Without another stream of income to fall back on, Andrew has been on the street since. These days, he can be found crouched under a makeshift room out of cardboard box, other clothes sticks, and pieces of clothing. Really and truly, me no have nowhere else to stay, so me just have to go and stay here so until me get a little help. Me is not a thief, me is not a killer, me is not a rapist. What me have to go do to survive is walk and beg something to eat from fast food restaurants. Sometimes me not even get nothing, and me still have to walk and search through bottles to sell and get something to eat, he said. Adding that he depends on a nearby fire hydrant for water, he said, "Me catch water down the road. Sometimes fireman them come and use it, and some water drip out. So I use the buckles I have and full it and bathe. Sometimes even 3-4 days I don't even get to bed, but me still a try my best to see if me can survive." Despite his current hardships, Andrew says he is not giving up trying to find a job or learn a skill to improve his living conditions, but has no plans to move back to St. Thomas. "The main thing is, me need a job, a place to lay my head. If me could get the chance to learn a trade right now, that would be good. Any trade at all, furniture work, painting, electrical, anything of those," he said. Asked why he was not seeking help from his relatives, he said, "My mother died in 2019, and me don't know my father. and me and my mother last name me get. From me born and know myself, me never call a man daddy yet. Me rest of family them can't help me because them poor too. Me have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Them have enough children and have to fend for themselves, and they don't have any permanent jobs. Andrew told reporters that he only did classes up to grade 9 at Seaford High School, which resulted in him not possessing the necessary qualifications for a job. Just outside the space he calls home, he placed a placard reading, "Please, I am asking anyone who can help me to get a job or trade." Hoping to appeal to church-minded persons, Andrew said he has learned a valued lesson. "Right now, mother even baptized, because things me used to do, me want to stop. Maybe if me did have somebody where lead me and encourage me, me would have stopped from a long time." We want in on Senate. A rehashed proposal by opposition leader Mark Golden that the Jamaican Senate be expanded to include representation from the diaspora has again struck a chord among nationals in the United States who wants to see it done. At the same time, diaspora leaders are tempering their expectations, saying that it is not the first time an opposition leader has made such a proposal, only for it to slip their minds once they gain power. The diaspora leaders are expected to raise the question with Prime Minister Andrew Holness this Friday, when he is hosted by Jamaica's ambassador in the United States, Ardy Marks, in her growing Let's Connect series. Dr. Alan Cunningham, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Southern U.S., which covers Florida, North and South Carolina, and Georgia, described the proposal as a very good recommendation which has my wholehearted support. The diaspora has invested in and continues to invest heavily in Jamaica, and we will welcome any opportunity to be part of the decision-making and policy implementation of the country, he told reporters in an interview. Cunningham said that there are competent and qualified members within the diaspora who could and were ready to make a serious contribution to the country, and Senate representation would be a meaningful road to take. Credible estimates put the Jamaican diaspora at between 965,000 people in the US, 800,000 in Canada, and 420,000 in the United Kingdom. Supporting Golden's recommendation, Dr. Karen Dunkley, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast US, said the Diaspora Northeast USA concurs with the resurrected call to have an independent member of the Senate represent the views of the diaspora. "We want to engage with our beloved country not only as fiscal sponsors or implementators of projects, but also as visionary thinkers with ideas that can further translate into policy instructions, options, and action plans." She added, "We believe that facilitating a senator for diaspora representation can imbue Jamaicans with access to the knowledge and expertise of its national overseas who are focused on national development and nation building." Dunkley also had some criticism concerning the issue. However, like others, she questioned why the proposal to include Senate representation from the diaspora only seemed to become expedient when a party is in opposition, thereby making the recommendation questionable. Head of the Jamaica Progressive League, an affiliate of the opposition People's National Party (PNP), C.D. Campbell supported the idea of Senate membership, noting that she believed in the diaspora should have a seat on the table. Campbell, however, was unsure about how the individual to be added to the Senate would be chosen, and cautioned that the issue would have to be carefully thought through. Ambassador Marks, though not addressing the Senate representation issue, said the upcoming virtual town hall would give the Prime Minister an opportunity to interact directly with members of the diaspora. Holness will be joined on the program by Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, who has portfolio responsibility for the diaspora. Well-known activist Owen Clare said that he too welcomed the proposal, but noted that it was not a new one, adding, "My concern is that both parties have made similar calls while in opposition, but does nothing while in government." He said that similar sentiments were expressed by Prime Minister Holness while in opposition, and while he would not question the sincerity of Golden's proposal, he hopes serious consideration would be given to the matter this time round. It would demonstrate a seriousness on the part of both parties about the engagement of the diaspora in nation building, Clare reasoned. Commenting on the proposal, former desk representative from the Northeast U.S. Patrick Beckford said while the opposition leader's proposal merits consideration, he feels a reform of the Constitution allowing for the election of, rather than the current appointment of senators, should be considered. Each parish, depending on the size of their population, should have a Senate representative. Representation from the diaspora at the level of the Senate is also necessary and should be looked at carefully, he said. The Let's Connect with our remarks forum will give the Prime Minister ample opportunity to respond to the question being asked by the diaspora leaders, they said. Ambassador Marks, for her part, said she was very pleased that the Prime Minister had accepted her invitation to have a direct conversation with members of the diaspora, given the important role that they continue to play in supporting many vital areas of the Jamaican economy. Ambassador Marks stressed that, as the government of Jamaica shifts its focus to post-COVID-19 recovery and building back stronger, we believe this forum is a good opportunity to remind Jamaicans abroad of the reasons they should still choose Jamaica, not only as their preferred destination for travel in 2022, but also a primary opportunity for investment in Jamaica. The Prime Minister is also expected to highlight the island's development at 60 years of independence with a focus on development and investment. It is expected that he will give an update on the recovering tourism industry and outline the efforts being made to facilitate expanded diaspora participation in the overall economy. Let's Connect with Ambassador Marks enables members of the diaspora to communicate directly with the ambassador about matters affecting their lives in the U.S. and also stay up to date with the government's policies and programs, as well as the Washington-based embassy's activity. The Marks is occasionally joined by distinguished guests, including U.S. government officials, key players in various local and international organizations, and prominent members of the Jamaican diaspora. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.